So I heard Izzy's album. I'm friends. Her mother is a very well-known artist as well, Crystal Lewis, who I grew up idolizing. And Crystal and I got reacquainted through social media. And so I saw her post about Izzy and started listening to her music, and then, like, she had a new album coming out, and so I listened to it and I just instantly fell in love with her songwriting, her wisdom and depth for her age, and just the overall, like, production and sound of the album. And I knew that I wanted somebody out of my normal circle to produce my second album, which originally was supposed to be just like my first one, which was musical theater songs, you know, taken out of context and arranged differently than we know them in the show. So I asked Crystal, I was like, who produced Izzy's album? And she was like, oh, it's her boyfriend Blaine. And, like, they did it themselves, and my jaw just hit the floor because it sounds really expensive. Like, it just sounds so good and pro and expensive. And so I contacted Blaine, and you know, we had a phone meeting, and you know, he's not familiar with the musical theater community or anything at all. And so he was very gracious enough to have a phone meeting with me, and I told him what my first album was and what I was planning for the second one, and he was just like, yeah, you know, I mean, I don't really, you know, an album of covers. And he was like, I don't know, like, do you write? And I was like, oh, I've always wanted to, and I, like, write a lot of things, but, you know, and he's like, well, I've only been talking to you for, like, 15, 20 minutes, and I feel like you have a lot to say, so, like, why don't you try writing and see if you like it? And I was like, okay. So that first started it, because I had expressed my desire to write songs for so long, and so many of my friends had tried, like, lovingly pushing me in this direction, and I was just too scared. So fast forward to us being in the studio recording vocals for this album, and there's just, like, one part that I couldn't get, and I was like, can't we just fix it? Like, you know, because Pro Tools and pitch correct and everything. And I was like, can't we just, like, go in there and, like, and fix it? And and then this one drops a bomb on me and was like, yeah, I don't even have auto-tune. I don't even own it. And I was like, you're clapping now, but imagine me gagged. Just gagged in the studio, like, that might have been a bit of info you've given me before. He's like, yeah, I just don't do it. This man is so old school. And so no, it's amazing. It made me grow a whole bunch. But anyway, this next song, it was one pass that we did, the band and I. It's one of my favorites on the album. And it's called Ready. Yes. Take a look. I'm gonna undress myself. Write another book. Take my story off the shelf. If not now, then when? Just sit back, pretend life is too short to be anything other than pretty, pretty, pretty. It can be heavy, heavy, heavy. If I just stay ready, 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 then life can be mine. And it's about time. Shed a tear, then get up and walk again. Take another chance. yourself and go. All you have to know, life is too short to be anything other than ready, ready, ready. It can't be ready, ready, ready. If I just stay ready, ready, ready. Life can be mine, and it's about time. Don't be scared of what lives in the darkness. You'll find your light. Even stars need the nighttime to truly shine. Now is the time to just stand up and get myself ready. If I just stay ready, ready.